Okay, the last thing we're going to learn is about area of a circle. So to refresh our memory here, we talked about the diameter, which is edge to edge through the center. We talked about the radius, which is from the center to the edge of our circle. We talked about the circumference, right, which is the distance around our circle. And now the last little thing to talk about is going to be the area. Now, area refers to the shaded region inside of our circle. So I'm going to go ahead and color in the area of our circle. So I went ahead and I colored in, not that great because it kind of went on the outside, but that's the area of our circle, right? It's the whole shaded region within our circle. So make a little note to yourself that the area is the shaded area inside of the circle, right? That's what the area is. So now let's talk about, well, okay, great, I know the area of a circle, but how do I find the area of a circle? Let's talk about that. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about how do I find area of a circle? What are the formulas? Well, for area, there's only one formula, okay? And that formula is area is equal to pi times my radius squared. Now, why do I square it? Well, because area is a two-dimensional measurement, right? Circumference, that's one-dimensional, right? Area is two-dimensional. So how do I make it two-dimensional? I square my radius here. So now that I know what the formula is, let's find the area of this given circle. What do I know about this circle? I know that this circle has a radius that's equal to 7 centimeters. Well, lucky for us, if our radius is 7, all I have to do is plug 7 into that equation, okay? So let's go ahead and set that equation up. Area is equal to pi, which we know is 3.14, times my radius, which I know is 7, and squared. Now, this is the important piece. When it comes to PEMDAS, we have to square before we multiply by 3.14. So I need to first figure out what is 7 squared, okay? 7 squared, well, that is 49. Then I take 49, times that by 3.14, and I get my area, which is equal to 153.86. Now, stop here. Remember, area is two-dimensional, so this is centimeters squared. Okay, so now that we've done one together, if you want to pause the video, try this one on your own, then play it to see if you did it correctly, go ahead and do so. Okay, let's get started. Our question here is to find the area of a circle. So let's remind ourselves, area is equal to pi times my radius squared. What do I know about this circle? Well, I know this circle has a radius that's equal to 3 inches. So let's go ahead and plug 3, which is my radius, in for the radius and solve for the area here. So my area is equal to 3.14 times my radius, which is 3 squared. Remember, you have to do 3 squared first. So 3 times 3 is 9, and 9 times 3.14 is equal to 28.26 inches squared. Okay, next question here. Need to find the area of a circle. So let's remind myself, area is equal to pi times my radius squared. Now, what do I know about this circle? I know that this circle has a, it doesn't have a radius. It actually has a diameter here. Okay, so let's write that down. Diameter is equal to 2 centimeters. Well, my formula, it doesn't have diameter in it. So what am I supposed to do? I need a radius. How do I figure it out? Well, if my diameter is 2, what do we think our radius is going to be? Well, remember, radius is half of your diameter. So my radius here is 1 centimeter. So now that I know what my radius is, I can go ahead and plug that in and solve for my area. Area is equal to 3.14 times 1 squared. Well, 1 squared is just 1, and 1 times 3.14 is just 3.14. So my area here is 3.14 centimeters squared. Okay, last one, I promise. Here's another circle. If you want to try this one on your own, pause the video, do it on your own, play it, see if you get the right answer. Okay, here we go. Find the area of a circle. Area is equal to pi times radius squared. What do we know about this circle? We know that it has a diameter that's equal to 9 inches. Well, diameter doesn't work in this formula. I need to find the radius. So how do I find the radius? I have the diameter. So what's 9 divided by 2? Well, that's 4.5. So my radius here is 4.5 inches. So now that I know what my radius is, let's plug that in and solve for my area. Area is equal to 3.14 times 4.5 squared. Now be careful here because 4.5 squared is not 9. 4.5 times 4.5 is actually 20.25. So my area is equal to 3.14 times 20.25. 20.25 times 3.14 is going to give us an area that's equal to 63.585 inches squared. Okay, so fill out the last little bit of the Google form and good luck.